Happy New Year, ladies. It's Coach Karina. I wanted to chime in on the January movement of the month. We picked the hip hinge to start the year off because it's so important. It finds its way into every workout that you do. When you're warming up, you see good mornings. When you're doing strength training, you're doing deadlifts. When you're doing cardio, you're doing kettlebell swings, ball slams, battle ropes. It even finds its way into flow when we're transitioning between a lot of standing poses, especially things like Warrior 3. It's all hip hinging. So basically, we call it a hip hinge because the spine and the thighs kind of hinge towards each other like this. And basically what happens is the hips move back towards the wall behind you. When you're squatting, the hips are moving down. Sometimes these two movements, these categories of exercises can feel similar. They certainly look similar in a lot of folks, but they're not the same thing. Otherwise, we could get rid of one of them. So with the hip hinge, hips are going back. Squats and those kinds of exercises, hips are going down. So the way we screen for it looks like this. You're up against a wall. You're going to stand with your heels against the wall, step one foot in front of the other, and then step the back foot about hip or shoulder width apart. Hands go on the hips, and you move the hips back until they tap that wall behind. And as soon as you can tap the wall comfortably and shift your weight back there without going crashing into the wall, then you can start to move away from the wall, pick up a dowel, give yourself a little bit more room, come down a little farther to simulate your lift. Same thing, shins are vertical, back is straight, hips are moving backward. Once the movement's pretty good, you can start to think about picking up weight. The reason we want the movement good first before we add weight to it is that adding weight to it reinforces that pattern in your brain. So the pattern better be right before we reinforce and save it, right? But once we've got the right pattern, then we can reinforce it. So we pick up a weight, and you can always put the weight up on something higher, put it like on a box that's like maybe knee height to start practicing from a smaller range, and then move down to the floor when you're ready for that. The weight goes in front of the foot. Every time you're picking up a weight in the gym or putting it down, it's a hip hinge also. So the weight goes right in front of the feet, and we come up like so for our deadlift. Of course, if you're using a dumbbell or a barbell or something, that's the same type of idea. The hands are just in a different position. As soon as you start to go fast, the kettlebell swing, with a battle rope, with a ball slam, it's still the same movement. And I know that's the fun stuff that you want to get to. With some good practice and some good progression with this, you're going to get there no problem. Please comment here. Let me know what you're thinking. Ask your coaches questions, and we can communicate about it. We want to have the conversation on social media where you guys can all get the great benefit of these progressions. If you follow me on Instagram @KayaMoves, I've got a lot of corrective exercises there and ways to practice this stuff, so that if it's not working well in the gym, you can work on it as part of your warm-up, work it into the workout, even do stuff on your own at home. It doesn't take any equipment. You can still practice. The performance with your running, jumping, skiing, all kinds of stuff like that gets a lot better when your exercises in the gym are more effective. Turns out when they're more effective and the form is right, it's also a lot safer. We want to protect your spines and the rest of you, and allow your performance to really soar and you reach all your goals. So let me know if there's any questions, anything else I can do to help. Happy hip hinging, happy brick.